Ooh, we already got a thumbs up. I like that. Good to see you, Tracy. Welcome. Good to see you, Tracy. Welcome, replay viewers. We're gonna have some fun right now. I don't have a life either, Tracy, especially when I'm not working. Welcome to Central Park. So, to start out, to give everyone some orientation before we begin our walking tour. Good to see you, Ryan. Welcome. We're on the corner of 81st Street and Central Park West. Right there, the Rose Center for Planetary Science. That's where Neil deGrasse Tyson works. And then all that over there is the Natural History Museum. But we are here, 81st Street, Central Park West. We're looking for coyotes, folks. We are looking for coyotes. All the coyote sightings were literally... I know Jamaica just had a 7.7 earthquake. I was literally reading about that on the subway over here. It's crazy. Crazy what's going on over there. Hopefully everyone in Jamaica is safe and in the Caribbean. But good to see you, Ryan. Welcome. So there's a lovely map here. By the way, this is the Diana Ross Playground. Diana Ross donated this after she did her concert in 1983. But we are way up here. Good to see you there, Osvaldo. Way up. We're up here at 81st Street. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have people... Bloody hell. Okay. Very rude people right there. Let's go to another map. Very rude people. Bloody hell. Oh, even better. Okay, it's a better map anyway. All right. So we're here at Seneca Village again. Good to see you, Don. We're here at Seneca Village again. So we're here at 81st Street, which is right here. And now, in the last week, there have been 3... coyote sightings. So we're gonna go up to Summit Rock. There was a sighting over here, and then where's the Bridle Path? Here's the Bridle Path, and then there was a sighting over here in this area south of the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, and then we'll make our way down to Shakespeare Garden, and we're gonna go just off the map here, and by Belvedere Castle they spotted a coyote this morning. So and I know that it was this morning because one of my fellow tour guides doing his tour said, hey, we saw a coyote at Belvedere Castle. So we're going to hit up all these landmarks. And then eventually, if the batteries hold out, we'll make our way over to Times Square. Well, welcome to Central Park. But good to see you, Osvaldo. Hopefully everything is safe with you out there in Puerto Rico. So they came from the Bronx. They came from upstate New York. And the crazy thing is that they must have, and sorry about the wind noise, it's really windy out here today. I do have the wind muffle, but I don't know how adequate it's going to be. But welcome, Dawn. But yeah. Well, it's probably only one coyote, but there was 3 spottings of them within the last 5 days. But what's amazing about these coyotes is that they somehow manage to make it past all of that urban stuff that's around the park, like Harlem, like all these wooded areas. I'm gonna put my glove on here. It's cold. I put my live streaming glove on. All right, there we go. So what's amazing is they had to get around all this urban stuff that's around us. So let's see what we find. Yeah, all that urban stuff. Here's Tanner's Spring, the original water source for Seneca Village. So we're here in the lost village of Seneca. Okay, there's the Bridle Path. But they had to get around all that urban stuff, like buildings and people and all that. All right, so that's Summit Rock. And again, I highly doubt we're gonna find anything, by the way. I highly doubt it. But you never know. I'll get my 14,000 steps in for the day. All right. Yeah, let's kind of zigzag. Let me zigzag through here. And then we'll make our way down to the bridle path. So you guys see all these little signs over here. It's part of a temporary exhibit showing what it was like to live in Seneca Village. Check out my replays. We checked out all these little plaques here and wandered around. But it's kind of funny how this is the spot where people were spotting out this coyote. So here's the first spot, it's right here. This is the first spot, which is, considering how few leaves are on the trees, it's quite open. But evidently, somebody saw one right over here. Oh, look at this, look at this. I don't know if you can see that. Check out the squirrel just hanging out. It's doing it Central Park style. It's just hanging out. It looks almost frozen in time. He's literally just chilling. All right. So basically what people at the Central Park Conservancy are telling people is don't feed the animal, don't get close to the animal. Let the animal be, watch from a distance. And you better believe that's what I'm going to do, watch from a distance. I don't have any food or snacks on me. So, and don't you love that railing? Very rustic. As the squirrels have fun. As the squirrels have fun. So we're on Summit Rock, the highest point here in Central Park. This is where people used to make sure if anybody was coming to Seneca Village from downtown, they would know from quite a long distance away. Okay, it's our first spot. So this spot here, they saw the coyote on Sunday, Saturday night or Sunday, the weekend. I'll say the weekend now. I forgot what day. So if you want more information about all the coyote sightings here in the park, go to what's it called, the West Side Rag kind of blog. Has been talking about this quite extensively for the last few days. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Let's go on the very top of the rock. Let's go on the very top of the rock. See a lot of people walking their dogs around here. Here we are, the highest point in all of Central Park, Summit Rock. We can see right there, those apartments right there. Those are the twin towers of the El Dorado apartments. Faye Dunaway lived in there, and many, many others. And we have an amazing view of Midtown off to the south over there. Quite amazing. But I'm not seeing anything. Let's go to the next spot. Let's go to the next spot. Something tells me our best chance of seeing this thing is going to be in the most wooded areas. The two sightings that were up here, good to see you, Dale. The two sightings that are up here, they were quite early in the morning. This morning's sighting by Belvedere Castle was at 9:30, which if you're ever in Central Park, 9:30, the park is kind of going already. Anytime before 9, it's very quiet, but after 9, it gets pretty, especially by Belvedere Castle, it gets pretty wild down there. A lot of people. Well, I'm amazed how open this area is. And the animal was spotted up here. But now we're going to make our way over to the Bridle path, right by, just south of the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. See what we find over there. Probably nothing, but thank you so much, Tracy. Drive safe. All right. Okay, so we should be at around 85th Street right now, Central Park West. And what we'll do is we'll make our way up to the reservoir, turn around, and then we'll start making our way over to Belvedere Castle. But now we're like entering the heart of the old Seneca village. And Seneca village is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, free African American settlement in the United States. 1825, people began buying lots up here. Free emancipated blacks were buying lots of land up here. Slavery wasn't fully abolished here in New York City until 1827, so it was quite a big deal. But they created a community called Seneca Village, and it was completely destroyed when they built the park. When plans for the park were unveiled in 1855, the media kind of downplayed the landowners' significance, actually calling them squatters and whatnot, and that could be furthest from the truth. This was a cohesive, productive community. People paid taxes, people owned their properties, and they were quite well-to-do people. They weren't poor kind of people. They were a strong middle class. So, unfortunately, the entire community was erased from existence in 1856, 1857, when they built the park. So, here's a New York moment right here. We're gonna cross the drive here.
So with the green sign is Times Square.
I'm a tour guide. I know. Yeah. All right, so here we are, the Bridle path right here. This is where you ride your horse. And this was the other spot where they said they had a sighting of the coyote. This sighting here was on Monday, here on the Bridle path. And actually, I saw a picture of the sighting right here, so I'm gonna try to recreate the picture that is on the website West Side Rag right now. Because I'm looking for the light box. Where's the light box? I'm looking for the NYPD light box. They set up a bunch of lights over here. Here it is. Here it is, right here. So, right up there, the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. That's part of the Croton Aquifer system, the first system, aqueduct system to supply New York City with fresh drinking water. Today, the reservoir is pretty much only used to supply the park with all of its water features with water. But if needed, it could be put back into service to supply Manhattan Island with fresh drinking water, but estimates say that it will only last for about 12 hours. So here we are. I forgot this is one of the bridges that has no name. This is bridge number 27. It is a cast iron bridge. I believe this was designed by Calvert Vaux. I'm not 100% sure. But we're now going underneath this bridge here. And right around here is where the other sighting of the coyote was on Monday. It was right about here. I'm looking for a temporary light set up, but they might have moved it, because the picture was right about here. over there, one of the maintenance sheds for the park. And also this is where, I believe this is the Central Park Police Precinct, is right here. I think it is, because all the police cars are back here. So right around here, and it would make sense that the Coyote will be right around here because it has the drive down below to walk. So at night, and we're back. Okay, so please, we might have the YouTube glitch going on today. The YouTube might be having the glitch again today. I thought I deleted the app today, and I thought that would fix it, but I guess not. So please bear with the stream every now and then. It might drop out. But this is the 81st Street Traverse. As you see, regular car traffic goes below the park. See, so we were up there where those cars are going into the underpass over there, or practically a tunnel. But basically, they're up and over this little bridge here. I don't think I've ever walked over this little. I could see how the animal could get in and out of here, because not a lot of people walk in these little in-between areas right here. So nobody would bother the animal. So we're gonna go around a one-way walkway here. It's supposedly one way. Look at this little quaint little bridge. Nice. That's the bridle path. And then here is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. Another beautiful day in New York, even though it's cloudy. Yay. So, east side of Manhattan. And then up there, the north part, 110th Street is where the park ends. That's Harlem. And then the upper west side is on this side here. And I hear geese. A geesing off in a distance. Okay. Let's continue on here. Let's go back over this quaint little bridge right here. How's the signal, guys? Signal's doing good? I have a feeling we're going to have this YouTube glitch for the whole live stream, which I'm a little upset about. Hopefully we have worked our way through it. All right, let's make our way up to Belvedere Castle. And then after that, we're going to ramble in the Ramble. The Ramble, the most wooded area, and most likely the one spot where if we do see this animal, it's going to be in the Ramble. We're going to walk right down the bridle path right now. And we will leave Seneca Village and make our way south. Let's walk in the bridle path. I don't think anyone's riding horses today. So back when the park first opened up, and still today, this is where people like to ride their horses. But more importantly, this is where people like to jog because it's soft. The ground is soft here. Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to make our way south to Shakespeare's Garden. And that is where our latest sighting was. this morning of this coyote here in the park. Tomorrow we will most likely, not 100% sure, but most likely make our way up to the Belvedere of Queens. Make our way up to the Queens Museum tomorrow. Wander around the Flushing Meadow. Well, welcome to Central Park if you're just tuning in. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. If you're logged in using YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Lets me know you like this kind of nonsensical content. Or if you're just lurking on the side on the web, welcome. We're looking for the coyote. There's just a lot of people in here, so I don't think we're going to find it. Now, the last couple of coyote sightings we had, the coyotes ended up in interesting places. A couple of years back, there was a coyote that made it all the way down to Battery Park City. And there was amazing video footage of the coyote running around in the street about 2 blocks to the west of the World Trade Center. And then there was another one, which was up here in this area, and went out to the far west side to Riverside Park. So coyotes here in Manhattan, not an abnormal thing, but it is becoming more consistent now with people running in and finding them, or running into them, or walking into them. Looking for these coyotes. That's right, Gail. Good to see you. Gail, you're in California, right? You're up in the mountains of California, right? You're in Northern California. You guys would have coyotes up there. Well, really anywhere. Even in Los Angeles, they have coyotes. So, it's nature. Who was here first? Who was here first? The people or the coyotes? I will go with the coyotes. Okay, so now we're gonna depart from the... Arizona. Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, you will have those animals out in Arizona, definitely. Tucson, even better. Tucson, it's quiet over there in Tucson. Good to see you, Gail. Welcome. Tucson, Arizona. Okay, we're gonna make our way over to the Delacorte Theater. So, fun fact, don't walk up fast behind people. Very, very rude. Maybe, these guys are birding up there. They're birding up on the top of the hill over there. Those people are gandering at birds. We're approaching 81st Street again. We're back on the walks here. So, Bridle path, main drive is up there. But now we're on the walking path, making our way over to the Delacorte Theater. And we're going to make our way behind the Delacorte Theater to Shakespeare's Garden, which I wonder what Shakespeare Garden looks like today. I wonder how many plants are blooming. Probably not a lot. I would think not a lot. Delacorte Theater, built in 1962 by philanthropist George Delacorte. George Delacorte, the founder of Dell Publishing, quite a wealthy individual, if I may say so. And beginning in the 1940s, Joseph Papp of the Public Theater started having impromptu performances of Shakespeare out on the newly formed Great Lawn. By the late 50s, these productions got quite popular On any given summer night, you may find up to 1,500 people watching these free performances of Shakespeare on the Great Lawn. In 1960, Parks Commissioner Robert Moses had Shakespeare in the Park banned for 1 year. And just for that 1 year, got an awful lot of New Yorkers upset. So basically, Robert Moses was like, if you could build a theater, then you could have Shakespeare in the park. And that's where George Delacourt came in and donated the money to build this theater you see right in front of you today. So, how many do you think live in the park? Nobody lives in Central Park. Since the 90s, they have really done a good job of clearing out the park. So nobody really lives in the park anymore. Probably after the Great Depression, the most people that ever lived in the park, illegally obviously, lived in the park. I heard estimates of a couple of thousand, and mostly where the Great Lawn is today, because remember, during the Great Depression, the Great Lawn was under construction. They were getting rid of the old Croton receiving reservoir, and they were beginning to build the Great Lawn. So people lived in pipes and stuff like that. Oh, coyotes. I don't know how many coyotes are living in the park. Probably just one or two. I'll be surprised if there's any more than that. I'll be very surprised if there was more than that. All right. I'm memorizing my route in my head right now. I gotta make I didn't go that way, so I go straight. I go straight up the steps here because I haven't got enough exercise. But yeah, coyotes maybe two at most. I don't see a lot of coyotes actually living in the park year round. What happens is once they're found, they end up leaving the park, going to more populated areas, which is not hard to find here in the island of Manhattan. And they eventually get caught, and then they send them back upstate. But Staten Island, the least populous borough here in New York, they have a major issue with wild turkeys and deer. Woo! Woo! All right. Woo! Here's Shakespeare's Garden. Let's check out Shakespeare's Garden. Woo! That felt good. That felt good. Let's see, the Shakespeare Garden is right down there. Kinu! Bienvenue! The Swedish cottage right there. A prefabricated schoolhouse for the 1869 Pittsburgh Exposition. Oh, this will be a fun live. I've only been on for a half hour. We are now at our third spot where this morning they spotted out a coyote. Well, we're right off the path here, so once we turn the corner here, you're gonna see Belvedere Castle. There it is. I'll see you later, Gail. Have a great day. So here's Belvedere Castle. I gotta kind of walk up and down the steps. Yes, there was 3 coyote spottings this week. We've already been to the first 2 locations, but now we're going to the location where they spotted out a coyote this morning. One of my fellow tour guides spotted out a coyote on his 9 o'clock in the morning tour. Has a quite blurry picture of it, but earlier in the day this morning, somebody took a picture of it. Go to the blog West Side Rag, and they have been doing some extensive reporting about the coyote sightings here in Central Park. Vista Rock. Here we are. Belvedere Castle. Yay. It's open too. I don't feel like climbing the stairs a little bit to the top though. Let's look out onto the Great Lawn and the Turtle Pond. A little bit of ice on the Turtle Pond. Great Lawn. Delacorte Theater. Catch my breath here. But on the Great Lawn, that's where Simon and Garfunkel had their reunion. That's where Diana Ross played in a thunderstorm. And that's where the Black Eyed Peas caused a riot because they couldn't play in the rain. The Great Lawn of Central Park. Okay. So, our next sighting happened right here. And it's just inside the Ramble here. So it was right about where these people are walking up from is where they spotted out I can actually tell by the picture right now, the photograph was taken. The photograph was taken right here. There's a photograph of the coyote, and it's right about there in the pathway, which is the crazy part. It was in the pathway, but 9:30 this morning, one of my fellow tour guides spotted it. I could see where it came from. It's all open right here. But now we're in the Rambles, the most wooded area here in the park. And I gotta keep my eyes open. Let's get into the most interior part here of the Ramble. See if we can see anything or find anything here. See, so this is actually open. We could actually walk in here. Let's walk. Let's walk into the rock here. Oh my God, Kinu with the 16 euros, or 17 euro. I will get a coffee with, I get a hot chocolate with that, Kinu. Thank you so much. Merci, merci. As we walk on this glacier rock here. Tell you one thing, we got a lot of squirrels around here. A lot of squirrels. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Ooh, a big pile of animal poop I just passed. I wonder if that's coyote poop. I'm not going to show you the poop, folks. I'm not going to show you the poop. Okay, so now we're literally now in the middle part of the Rambles. I think gotta love the little squirrels. It is their domain after all. Okay, where's that little pathway I could take? Right over there. Okay, as we look for the coyotes. We're looking for coyotes, folks. Probably won't find any, but it's fun to ramble about the Ramble and go looking for them. And even this area, even this most wooded area, even this is all designed, all landscaped architecture. Good to see you, Ryan. Welcome. Even this is landscaped architecture. Okay, so now we are pretty much in the middle of the Ramble right now. I'm going to consult a map right now because I want to kind of go through the meat and potatoes of this area. Good to see you, Naboul. Bienvenue. Everyone follow Naboul. He's a great YouTuber out there in the south of France. We're looking for coyotes. We're looking for coyotes in Central Park. I could see there's a lot of little spots. See, around here, I could see the coyote being out here. Because there's lots of little spots here that it could just that they could just get lost in. All right, so let me see. I am Cheryl. Good to see you. Hugs all around. Okay, I am right there. I'm by the Gill right now, doing great. I'm by the Gill. We're gonna do just to the south of the Gill right now. Yeah, see, I could totally see the coyote hanging out in this area right here. I could totally see this animal hanging out right here. I mean, a lot of these areas here are blocked off, as you see. But the key is that a lot of people bring their dogs around here, more importantly. So if you could imagine, there may be a few maybe leftover dog treats over here. There's also a lot of bird feeders in this area, but this is where most of the bird wildlife likes to live, is right around here. If you ever go on a bird watching tour here in Central Park, they'll probably take you to this section of the park, because this is where you see all the birds. There's lots of little areas for the animal to hide around here. So the coyote came from somewhere in upstate New York, maybe New Jersey. The key is that the coyote had to swim across a river. So that's kind of amazing. It had to make it through the Bronx. That's even more amazing. And then it had to make its way through Harlem and the Upper West Side. So it went through quite a lot of urban area, if you will. And again, this is not the first time we have spotted coyotes here in Central Park and here in the island of Manhattan. A couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, there was a coyote that made it here into the park, then eventually made its way out to Riverside Park on the west side of the island of Manhattan. And then there was another coyote that started out here in Central Park and worked its way all the way down to Battery Park City, where there's some quite amazing video of a coyote hanging out in Battery Park City, just about 2 blocks south, or 2 blocks to the west of the World Trade Center. So it's not a abnormal occurrence for coyotes to be here in Manhattan Island, but this will be the area where it would be, probably in this wooded area of the Ramble. And you know what? They definitely have to be scared of humans if they're not rabid, if they're not like sick. But who knows? Who knows? You can never really know about this stuff. So far, the only wildlife I'm seeing is a lot of squirrels. But I could totally see why a coyote will be in this section of the park right here, because it's just so wooded. It seems like they have installed, I know they redid the pathways here in the Ramble, but what they have done also is they've installed more lighting. I don't remember these light poles from here before. Hear a dog barking down the hill over there. Might have to walk down the hill and investigate. So the ambulances that you're hearing that are fairly close are on the 79th Street traverse. All right, squirrel. Did you see the raccoon, squirrel? I mean, did you see the coyote, squirrel? Look at this glacier erratic right here. So, a couple of thousand years ago, a couple of 100,000 years ago, there was a massive glacier that carved out what is today New York City. And the only natural feature of Central Park that predates the park are these outcroppings of rock. This is, of course, Manhattan schist, the bedrock of Manhattan. But every now and then you get these rocks that are all by themselves, kind of in crazy positions like this one is. And these are called glacier erratics. And this one here is really cool looking. Let's get really close to it here. I want to get on the other side of this thing here and investigate. Wow. Look at this thing. Just hanging out there. Feels like I almost feel like I could push it over. I almost feel like I could push it over. Probably can't, but a glacier erratic right here. Kind of cool. Hey, try. Good to see you, Norm. Let's try. Let's try. Since Norman wants me to push over the boulder. Oh my God. No. 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 Doesn't move. Do I ever go to a theme park in New York City? Okay, are you ready for this, Ryan? Are you ready for this? My internet claim to fame is on live stream. I used to do it all the time. Now I really can't do it because I got in trouble. But my internet claim to fame is riding the Coney Island Cyclone, a 93-year-old roller coaster in Coney Island here in New York City. That's our amusement park here in New York. And I would basically ride that roller coaster like five, six, seven. The record was 10 times in a row. We rode the Cyclone on live stream. So go to my playlists, and I do have a playlist that's called Ride the Cyclone. And you could literally see 3 hours of me riding the Cyclone on live stream. I'm pretty much the only one that live streams on a regular basis from Coney Island. So if you want to see New York City's amusement park, check that out. Because I am always in Coney. I'll probably be in Coney on Wednesday, on a Sunday, watching the polar bears swim. Then we'll be there for the 100th anniversary of the Wonder Wheel. That's going to be on Memorial Day. We'll be there. So opening day is on April 4th, April 5th. The Loeb Boathouse is in front of us right now. We have made it out of the Rambles safely. I could imagine a coyote might want to hang around over here because there's leftover food here in the garbage. And it's directly adjacent to the Ramble. So I could totally see a coyote back here. What is that? Let's slowly go up. As I see an animal over here. Oh yeah, no, Nibble. There's literally like one other person that has done a live stream in Coney Island, but he doesn't do it on a regular. I have done the zoos. I've live streamed from the Bronx Zoo once, and the zoos are okay. The problem with the zoos is half of the time you can't really get a good signal in the Bronx Zoo. Now we're in the real part of the Ramble here. No, the pathways aren't paved. Look at this view. This is gonna be cool right here. This will be a cool little view here. I am never on this side. Thank you, Coyote, for getting me out here. Thank you, Coyote. So here's a Loeb Boathouse where you could rent a boat. And then as I slowly shimmy down this rock here, look at this view. Wow. See some great stuff from over here. I'm usually on the other side of this. Wow. And I could just see the arches of Bethesda Terrace. You could barely see the Angel of the Waters fountain. It's right there. The Angel of the Waters. Never on this side here. I am never on this side. So cool. Let me actually, it's a nice spot to hang out and read a book, I tell you what. So peaceful back here. Nobody's gonna bother you back here. Except for maybe the coyote. Especially if you have good snacks. Coyote will definitely be your friend if you had some snacks. I'm never on this. This is cool. I'm really never on this side here, so I am being a tourist right now. So let me go down to the waterfront pathway. Central Park is designed to get lost in. There are no straight pathways here in the park, and that is to shield you from the urban environment you're trying to escape from. Yeah, I might be reading a book and then I'll become the snack. Ooh, I hear something. Ooh, I hear something rustling here. Oh, okay, it's just a squirrel. Just a squirrel. Just a squirrel. This is cool, though. It's a cool little spot. Raccoons love it. The raccoons love it back here. The squirrels love it back here. And see, right here, you see there's a lot of areas where we can't walk into. It's all gated off. This area here is obviously a pathway here. Yeah, or look for the turtles. We were just at Turtle Pond just before. Usually spots them out. Let me walk up these nature steps here, made from rock and wood. This is a workout right here. Yes. Okay. There's also a cave here in Central Park, but done some investigating. It's not exactly the safest spot to go while live streaming. If you were to come here for the holidays, a week is fine. 7 days is perfectly fine. Just try not to overschedule yourself, because it's really easy to plan out a lot of stuff to do here in New York and kind of burn yourself out. So try to keep yourself on a relaxed kind of schedule. I always say, if you can, try to plan out some time to do absolutely nothing. Sit on a bench here in Central Park and people watch. That's always good. It's a nice little spot here. You can see the Bow Bridge, the Twin Towers of the San Remo apartments, and of course the Dakota. The Dakota is right there, just behind the Bow Bridge. That's where John Lennon used to live. Yoko Ono still has her apartment there. Roberta Flack also still lives in there. Great singer. There are like 2 people attempting to creep up on me here, and I caught one already. It's this guy right here in front of us. Good to see you. They're free to laugh now. Welcome. We're looking for coyotes. I don't think we're gonna find any here in the Rambles. But this is nice because I'm never on this side of the lake here. It's a great day for spotting. It's not. You know what? It's cold, but it's not like, oh my God, it's 2 degrees out cold. It's not that bad out. But I could definitely see how the animal could end up over here and really nobody bother it. Latency is good today. That's good. We're back on the YouTube app. The YouTube app already messed up on us once before so far in this stream, so hopefully it's done messing up. Hopefully we could do the rest of the tour here without any issues. Seen several coyotes in San Francisco. Wow. See, now I would expect it in San Francisco though, because you guys are right by the mountains. So I could expect it. I could expect it up there. You can see like this little creek area right here. They could hide down here. I mean, there's lots of little nooks and crannies where this animal could hide. Look at this. I've never been down here. Let's go down here. I've never been to this little spot right here. Definitely getting a workout going up and down. Going up and down hills and steps here. But I think this view is gonna be worth it. Look at this. Wow. Wow, this is like a picture spot right here, if I ever said so myself. Yeah, no, the sightings of the coyote so far were in the early morning. All three sightings have been in the morning, at or around 9 in the morning, so. Bow Bridge, once again. That Art Deco building with the two twin towers right there. That's where Robert De Niro has an apartment. This is sweet over here, man. It's really, really nice. Now I have to get some exercise and walk back up this. Taking my time here. No rush. I'm on vacation. Okay. Getting some good cardio today. The bridge, yeah, if I go left here, I'll hit the Bow Bridge. I think I'm too far from the Oak Bridge right now. We'll hang the left though. You can see here's another area where the animal could hide. Right down this little ravine here. Let me go back out and around here. And in 2000 and always nibble. Always. So give everyone some orientation. Loeb Boathouse right there, west side. But we're gonna go towards the east side. East side. We're gonna go from the east side and make our way to the west. They put more lights in here. They have added more lights here in the Rambles. Probably because that guy playing Pokemon at 1:30 in the morning was mugged out here. Which that's something even I wouldn't do. Don't come into Central Park with a bunch of electronic equipment, being distracted by the two phones in your hand, playing a game The guy got mugged on a live stream, and he took his rig with him. And the kid evidently had like 3 phones with him. He had one phone playing the game, one phone for the chat, and another phone for the camera that was on him. And you see, it's really creepy because you see the guy creep up on him from behind, and yeah, mug him. That was like 2 years ago now, 3 years ago. Look at this lovely little stream. It's nature, staged, managed. It's so perfect. The little stream comes underneath us, and then out here into the lake. Isn't it nice? And see, over here, I can see the coyote totally like hanging out back over here. I wouldn't be surprised if the coyote was over in the Central Park Cave, which, like I said, I would never live stream from the cave because it's kind of a one way in, one way out kind of thing, and nobody could really see you. If I were to explore the cave, I wouldn't do it alone. So, but let's see this amazing view here. It's so nice being on this side of the Ramble. So here we got a lot of birds over here. A lot of all little chirps. You hearing a little rustling of all. There's like a couple of dozen of these little birds all right here. Little finches. There's like a couple of dozen of them all around me here. But there's Midtown, and we could just see the Angel of the Waters from here. And Bethesda Terrace, there it is. Across the lake. No special name, just called the lake. All right, guys, I'm out of here, guys. I know you guys are... I'm disturbing the little birds right now, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let the birds be. The birds seem relaxed, so I guess there's no coyotes around here. But hopefully the coyote is doing well. Don't you love the lake? Don't you love the angel? Me too. Me too. There's so many little finches around here. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. Hey, don't you love it, Nibble? Me too. Me too. Oh, this is the shot right here. This is the shot. Oh, wow. I found this shot that I've always wondered about. Where is it? Oh, wow. Wow. I've seen this. I saw this on Flickr the other night. But now I know where they took the picture. It's right here. Look at this shot. Look at this. Angel of the Waters. Right there. We're right behind it now. Bethesda Terrace. And then you got 432 Park Avenue right there. That is cool. That's the shot. You know what? Come here in the summertime and all these leaves are all out, and I saw a picture from this spot during the autumn. So the leaves here were like all like red and stuff like that. Wow. That is freaking cool. That is the shot right there. That is the freaking... I have never seen this view before, so this is like a first for me right now. I'm just taking this in with all of you guys. Good to see you, Paul. No raw meat. I'm not going to bait the animal. If we see the animal, we see the animal, but I will not bait the animal. That is the last thing you want to do with a coyote, is bait the animal. But we're here in the Rambles right now, the most wooded area here in the park, and this is where they near Belvedere Castle is where they spotted out the coyote this morning at around 9:30. Ooh, here we go, folks. Here we go. Don't run away. I want to show you. We have a genuine New York City rat. There's a big old New York City rat right there. The rat almost the size of a squirrel. And then we have these ducks just chilling out here on the rock. They're just hanging out. Remember that all the water features here in Central Park are not real. They are all man-made concoctions here filled with New York City tap water. So, yeah, exactly, a regular size. It's a regular size New York City rat, exactly. So off in the distance there, you see that arched bridge, that's the Bow Bridge, used in countless movies and TV shows. Probably my favorite scene is with Jennifer Lopez in Made in Manhattan. That's where she finally makes peace with her lover on the Bow Bridge. But it's kind of amazing that all these animals are beginning to adapt to New York City, right? The rat has a nice home, probably rent controlled. Let's make our way over to the Angel of the Waters. We have spent 62 minutes looking for the coyote. I don't think we're going to see the coyote, to be honest. It is probably hidden away somewhere deep in the park. Maybe he's not even in the park anymore. It might have made its way out to an apartment building or maybe out to the Riverside Park. So who knows? But let's walk over Bow Bridge and make our way to Bethesda Terrace and the Angel of the Waters fountain. Will I be live tomorrow? Maybe. I might be, if I do go live, I want to go up to Flushing Meadows Corona Park, and we're going to check out the Unisphere, and we'll look at all the old relics from the 1964-65 World's Fair. I'll show you guys the time capsule and all that stuff. No, we didn't find the coyote, Tracy. But I'm live almost every day. Yeah, almost every day. You can guarantee a couple of times a week I'm live. I try to do every day or every other day. But I go live pretty often. My 5-year live streaming anniversary is coming up in May. Say, I can see the coyote living on this little artificial island right here. Just hunkering down. Nobody could get to him, so nobody could get to the animal. Like that's where I would expect to see it. Exactly, Tracy, yeah, where the Carousel of Progress debuted. And a bunch of other stuff. Obviously, all those relics are gone. The main relics that are still there from the 64-65 fair are, and they are nocturnal, right? I was about to say they are nocturnal, so he'd be out sleeping somewhere. But some of the artifacts that are still in Flushing Meadows Corona Park from the World's Fair is a column from the Roman era that was for the Jordanian Pavilion, and then there's, of course, the time capsule from both World's Fairs. And we will see that. And then, of course, there's a little monument to where the Vatican Pavilion was. And, of course, the main piece, the Unisphere, one of the world's largest representations of the globe, 13 stories high, and a gift from the United States Steel Corporation. But here's some steel right here from 1858. Here is some steel. Here is the Bow Bridge. I'll see you later, Ryan. Have a great night. If the sun was just a little bit out, it'd be so much better out here right now. Yeah, walking over Bow Bridge. How many movies? What movie do you remember here, Tracy? 1858 Steel. That's right. 1858 Steel. Oh, I'm sorry. I was off by a year. 1859. 1859. Oh yeah, that's right. Home Alone 2. He does he use the Bow Bridge in Home Alone 2? He might. I know he runs over the Gatsbo Bridge in the southern end of the park. But so many movies have been made on the Bow Bridge. It's ridiculous. So many movies. Now we're gonna make our way over to the centerpiece of the park here. It's getting dark now. It is 4:23, so we'll hang out here in the park for another half hour, and then we'll make our way down into Times Square as the lights turn on. Well, when he runs from the Bird Lady, that's the Heckscher Playground, and then he walks through the, what's again, the Play Arch. It's right by the Chess and Checkers house, and then he runs underneath another arch, like right by there, which I do not know the name of. He might end up on Bow Bridge, actually. He might end. I always forget. When he first sees her, yeah, that might be Bow Bridge. I think you're right, Tracy. I'm gonna have to watch that movie again. Yeah, I've been Drew on that bridge. Yeah, no. Let's see here. Let's see if my favorite inscription. Yes, my favorite inscription is still here. Even the squirrel's excited I'm going to show this, right? Aren't you excited I'm going to show this? Yeah, me too, Tracy. So, here's one of my favorite inscriptions here on the bench. On this bench, VL will one day propose marriage to HRH. And she will say yes. And one day she'll say yes. Yeah, the squirrel's listening to my stories. The squirrel has to pay me a tip now for coming on my walking tour. I love that inscription on the bench. I wonder if they got married. I wonder if they got married. So as you make your way around the park here, you don't need me to follow you around. You could use this audio tour here, and you could type in the numbers here as you make your way around the park, and it'll tell you little stories about what you're looking at and about the areas that you're in. It is a little creepy, right, Tracy? But it's been there for like 6 years now. It's been there for so long. All right, Angel of the Waters. Here we are, folks. Bethesda Terrace, Bethesda Arcade. The beautiful Angel of the Waters fountain. I need to do a right. When I watch live streams sometimes, I get a bit obsessive, especially if people are not talking about the history correctly. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. as long as he or she persisted and they did it in a nice way. Anyway, earlier today I was watching a live stream from here in the park, and people were asking him questions about the fountain and about the landscape here. And the guy was just throwing out all these crazy numbers and all this crazy nonsense, which was like completely incorrect. So he was driving me nuts. So in order to right the wrong in my head, what I'm going to do right now is give you a little piece of the history here of Bethesda Terrace and Bethesda Arcade. So this landscape that you see here was created in 1871. It was designed by Jacob Ray Mould. As you make your way up and down the stairways here, if you look closely, if you're here, look closely at the carvings. As you make your way around the landscape here, it basically is the 4 seasons of the year. And of course, Bethesda Arcade is straight ahead, which we're gonna go in there in a little bit. Somebody's getting married. Look at that. And then, of course, perched on top is the Milton tiles. I'll talk about the Milton tiles in a little bit. But then as we turn around, the focal point of Central Park, the heart of the park, the Bethesda Fountain, also known as the Angel of the Waters Fountain. The Angel of the Waters Fountain is the first public commission work that's designed by a woman. Her name was Emma Stubbins. The fountain references the Gospel of John, and her hand is outstretched, blessing the waters of Bethesda. When she was unveiled in 1871, she was quite the controversial figure. You know why? She's showing a little bit too much ankle. She's showing a little bit too much ankle. So Bethesda, the blessing the waters of Bethesda from the Gospel of John. So it's like the pure waters, and this fountain here was built to commemorate the opening of the Croton Aquifer, the first freshwater system here in New York City. So the park opens up in 1858. There are reservoirs that date back to the 1840s, but the city is not fully supplied with water until 1875. So 1871 is when the last big push of construction was finally completed. But now as we enter Bethesda Arcade, it's very, very Tracy. As we enter Bethesda Arcade, we look up, and up on the ceiling here are 15,000 hand-painted tiles. These are the Milton tiles. This is the only application of Milton tiles in the world, vaulted on a ceiling. Back in 2007, they were lovingly restored to the beauty that they are today. Look at the detail on them. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Welcome. You can find Milton tiles in a little building called the White House. Now, when they restored these panels here for the tiles, they actually took each panel off and sent it out back to the United Kingdom. And some of the tiles did have to be replaced. And when they reproduced some of these tiles, they actually used the methods that they used back in the 1860s. Yeah, very, very 20s-ish, right? This is 1871 when this was opened up. So, 1870s. But look at got the little wedding happening here. Oh, they're having a scripted, spontaneous, in quotation marks, moment. See, it's a movie set. None of this is real. Yeah, I had to go underneath the guy's camera. Oh yeah, way earlier than the 1920s. All right, we're back on this straight pathway. The only straight pathway here in Central Park, the mall. Whew. Let me see. Can I show you guys? Let me show you guys some of the carvings here. So, in honor of autumn, we have the owl. But if this is not autumn, I don't know what is. A witch with pumpkin. I don't know if the owl saw the coyote there, Jim. We were just in the Rambles for the last hour, looking for the coyote. I forgot the coyotes are nocturnal, so it's probably sleeping. But there was a sighting of a coyote near Belvedere Castle this morning at around 9:30. Let me show you the other carvings here. It's amazing that all these carvings have lasted all these years. The rooster. And then we have, is this supposed to be summer, right, with the sun? It's the sun, see? It's the sun. Summertime. The sun is shining. Yeah, they're in the we were in the Rambles just now, Jim. You missed out. I've been on now for 75 minutes. Harvest time. Amazing that these carvings have still stayed here. The Nuremberg band shell right there, where an unknown an unknown artist by the name of Bob Dylan used to play back in the early 60s. And then behind that, the playground where they're not making snow up there today for the summer jam, which is, I believe, next week. But now we're slowly but surely leaving the park. We're gonna make our way down to Times Square now, and I'm going to show you guys the illuminated seesaws in the middle of Broadway. Yep. No, we're not heading towards Columbus Circle. I'm going to head towards 6th Avenue. I got to go towards 6th Avenue right now. Here's a sign for the Winter Jam with some prerequisite snow right next to it. When is this Winter Jam happening? I don't even know. Still a bit of slushy snow left over here for the brat kids to make some bratty ass tiny miniature snowman, snow munchkin. Let's see, 2/1/20. So yeah, this weekend, Saturday the 1st, here at the Rumsey Playfield from 11 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Lots of free fun going on in the cold weather fun there. You can learn to ski, go ice bowling. There's really cool ice carving, and the most boring thing of all, snowshoeing. Uh-oh, there's some tourists being stupid. Tourists behaving badly. God, they look dumb. God, they look stupid. Oh, they're Chinese, yes. They're Chinese. Some of the worst tourists ever. Let's make our way down the mall here. Probably the most famous scene to happen in a film here at the mall is where the father teaches his son how to ride a bike in the movie Kramer versus Kramer. Probably one of the most famous scenes in cinema, actually. But right here is where it happens. And most of hair, that's correct. There you go. See Jim with the with the reference there. Yeah, hair. Let the sun shine. I haven't seen that movie in a hot minute. I gotta watch the movie when I get home tonight. But when the park first opens up, this is where you walk up and down in your Sunday best. As you say so, Jim. With that 70s styling right there. This car is killing the shot. So we got a Parks Department car here making its way up the mall here. Automobiles not allowed in Central Park anymore, except for the 3 traverses here in the park. But totally killing the mood. At least it's an electric car, so I'll give it that. At least it's an electric car. But you are right now in a lovely grove of great American elm trees. In this grove alone, there are roughly 400 elm trees. Yeah, mood reestablished, yep. In this grove, there's roughly 400 great American elm trees. Throughout the entirety of Central Park, there's around 3,000 great American elm trees. Of course, the great American elm was decimated in the 1880s, 1890s, early 1900s due to a little thing called Dutch elms disease. But luckily the city grew up around the park in time to keep Central Park kind of safe from all those bugs and pests. But always a great YouTube premium. I want to thank all my YouTube Red viewers. I get a little piece of that, so thank you so much. And always remember that riding a bike here on the footpaths, that's a $125 fine, so you don't want to do that, folks. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I was watching a live stream from inside the park here, and people were asking this guy questions, and he was just throwing out numbers like crazy, and I'm like, what? Where are you getting these figures from? Like he said the island of Manhattan is 8 miles long. No, it's 11.5 miles long, but he did get the width correctly. It is 2.5 miles wide at its widest point. As the lights of the park come on, and that's our cue to begin to make our way down to 6th Avenue. Or actually, we should go to Columbus Circle. Now, you know what we'll do? We'll go to Rockefeller first. Oh no, we should end in Rockefeller, because then if I take a D train going home, I'll probably have a seat. Let me think about this. Tour guide has to think right now. The tour guide has to think. Okay, no, we'll do Broadway. We'll do Broadway and then cut across. Because it's always fun walking down Broadway from Columbus Circle. You always get that great view from over there. As the sun begins to go down, sunset today is at 5:08 today. I was actually telling my mom this morning, I was like, I actually feel the extra 10 minutes of sunlight we gained in the last week. I actually feel it. Yeah, right, the D's always best in a rush, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take a D home. I'll take a D train home. But here's Robbie Burns. Robert Burns wrote the song Auld Lang Syne. And the other day, was it this weekend? Was it this past weekend? It was also Australia Day. It was Robbie Burns Day in Scotland. Good to see you, Linda. Welcome, Cecilia. We're here now at Literary Walk, the southern end of the mall. Literary Walk. And here's the picture that I recommend everyone get. Right there. Even in the wintertime, look how cool that looks with all the canopy of trees. But come here in the winter, come here in the spring, come here in the summer and fall. And there's nobody out here today. It's pretty cold out here today. There's not a lot of tourists in town right now. This is the key. Looking at some of my bookings for the next month. I'm not working a lot next month. Yep, feeding time. Notice the feeding time. Okay, what we're gonna do is, okay, yeah, you know what we could do? I could show you Home Alone 2 spots. We could see the Home Alone 2 spots on the way to Columbus Circle. We will do that. So that building, the dog is barking at a coyote nibble. The winter lull is the best time to eat in the city. Absolutely. All the restaurants are empty, and you don't gotta wait around. But straight ahead, that one little building there, that's the dairy. And we're gonna walk right past that in a second here. Actually, let's go say hello to the grid marker bolt. Let's go say hello to the grid marker bolt. So in 1811, surveyor John Randall Jr. begins to implement the grid plan of Manhattan Island. And around 1812, 1811, he is up in this area. And understand that 1812, 1811, 1813, the city is really far away from us. The city comes up to about where Houston Street is, roughly. But what John Randall Jr. did was at all the major intersections of this grid plan, he had marked out whether he put a large marble column there or marker. But in some cases, like here on this glacier rock, he would put a simple iron spike into the ground. In the 90s, there were some historians that wondered, are there any grid marker bolts left? And they did. They found one. And here it is. planted here by John Randall Jr. himself back in 1812, 1813. Welcome to the intersection of 65th Street and 6th Avenue. As you see, the iron grid marker bolt, and you got mercury. It's dipped in mercury. That's how they know. That's how they know it was authentic. But basically, what happened was, if you could imagine, this area here wasn't exactly occupied. Over in that area where the sheep's meadow is today, that was a German family-owned rock quarry. But if you could imagine, there were farms and stuff like that. And John Randall Jr. will go on these properties and just arbitrarily place a bolt in the ground or place a 4-foot-high marble marker stating where the intersection was and what the intersection was. And people didn't like him going on their property. It was private property still. So there's some amazing stories of John Randall Jr. being thrown garbage and rotting fruit and whatnot. Rotting fruit seemed to be the one thing that people like to throw at John Randall Jr. and his group of associates because it made them stink. And yeah, they wanted to put order to the chaos that was beginning to happen as New York City rapidly developed. And you got to understand, after 1811, the city almost doubles in size every 10 years. So it gets nuts. People just come flooding into the city. But yeah, he was the bolt man. He was the marker man. But that is one thing a lot of tour guides will not show you for various reasons. One, there's some tour guides which want to keep that kind of secret. But then two, there's other guides that don't want their guests to walk on the grass and all that. Because sometimes people don't like walking on the grass, and especially if it's muddy or there's snow around. Now, as we make our way, we're going to go over the 65th Street or 64th Street traverse. You know, a lot of the landscape scenarios that were pioneered and pretty much invented or tried out here for the first time here in Central Park, they were used in many other places around the world. Everything from, of course, Disneyland and Disney World with how they use forced perspective as you make your way through the landscape, all the way to things like the video game Grand Theft Auto. You'll notice that roads are a little bit more curvier, and it blocks off other areas. Meanwhile, everything is all next to each other, all really close. But see, even back in the day, they wanted to hide the horse carriage traffic from you. They wanted you to ramble about the park here, enjoying nature and not being annoyed by the horse carriage traffic. Oh my God, free to laugh now with the super chat. Free to laugh now and Kinu just bought me a 6-pack of beer. Thank you so much, Free to laugh now. Really appreciate it. Everyone follow Free to laugh now. You got to do some more stuff here on the YouTubes. Free to laugh now. You got to do more stuff here on the YouTube. So here's the dairy, one of the 4 original buildings built for Central Park. And as the name suggests, they used to sell milk and cheese here. But in the 1890s, there was a bit of a listeria kind of scare, and they stopped selling dairy products here. But today, this is the Visitor Center and Gift Shop. This building was built in 1865, designed by Calvert Vaux. And this whole wooden structure here was restored in the 90s. And they did a fantastic job. Not the first 7-Eleven, no 7-Elevens, but if you can imagine, when this first opened in this area right here, they would have cows grazing on the lawn right here. So like you'll walk around the park and you'll be like, whoa, there's cows. And not that far from here is the sheep in the sheep's meadow. And so, but in the gift shop today, you could buy Central Park perfume and you could smell like the park. What does Central Park smell like? Lilac. So, lilac, folks. If you want to smell like the park, it's lilac. But up here at the top, Here we have the chess and checkers house. Come here during the springtime and the summertime, and you could borrow a chessboard or a checkers board. But back when the park first opened up, there were no playgrounds for children, running for children, ball games by children, any kind of recreational activities which made you sweat were illegal here in Central Park. So here, where I'm walking up these steps, was a big outcropping of rock that they had a bunch of metal handles in, and this was the only area where children were allowed to play their games, and it was called Kid Mountain. So they lived hardcore back in the day. You came out here and you climbed a rock, but there were no ball games allowed to be played. You were not allowed to walk on the lawn. You're not allowed to run. Large gatherings and music being played was not allowed on Sundays. Whew. It's pretty out here right now, even though it's cloudy. But right here is where Kid Mountain used to be. And then right down there straight ahead, that is the ice skating rink, the Kate Mormon rink. And then just behind it, the Plaza Hotel. And then behind the Plaza Hotel, that black monolith of a building, all black, that's Trump Tower. Trump Tower, black as Donald Trump's soul. As we keep on going. We'll now pass the two spots where they filmed a couple of scenes from Home Alone 2. Since I gotta go that direction. And don't forget to go to my Discord. Follow my Discord. Once I'm done doing this live stream, I'll post how many steps I walked. Please feel free on the live stream to guesstimate how many steps will I walk. Will I walk 10,000 steps? Will I walk 15,000 steps? Who knows? Yesterday on the live stream, we did about 14,500 steps. So, and the live stream hasn't messed up since that first little hiccup, so that's good. Hopefully I didn't jinx the live stream. As we make our way down. I figure since I'm not working, let me just bang out live streams every day. So I know once I get working, I usually do my post report after working my tours. Okay, so we're gonna go from the east side, 432 Park Avenue, that tallest building right there. And that's the Bloomberg building with the red, white, and blue lights. Right there, that's the Bloomberg building. But we're gonna go from the east side and we're gonna go to the west side right now. This tallest building right in front of us, it's like kind of blue in color. That is the Central Park South Tower. I still call it the Nordstrom Tower because there's a Nordstrom department store at the base of it. Today, that building has the highest occupiable floor in the Western Hemisphere, higher than the Willis Tower in Chicago. The building is roughly 1,500 feet tall. It was originally supposed to be 1,800 feet tall, but when people found out it would be taller than the World Trade Center, it's kind of like a gentleman's agreement that we leave the World Trade Center now as the tallest building here in New York. But now, we are at our Home Alone 2 filming location. Here is the rock where the bird lady is. It's right here. Let me see if I can get the shot perfectly for you guys here. I gotta get to the other side here. But this rock right here, this is where the bird lady scene was filmed. And if I get the angle just right, you'll notice it from the movie. It's right over here. Okay, right here. Right here. Right about, oh wait, no. It's on the other side, it's on the other side, it's on the other side. It's on the other side. Over here. This is it. This is it. Right here. The camera is right by this tree. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Here is where they filmed the scene for the bird lady. And it's like right here. She's standing on this rock right here. So he basically walks up to see the bird lady from this direction here. And then she is tending to her flock right about here. And then, of course, the bird lady eventually scares the crap out of Kevin. So Kevin goes running away, and he runs down to the arch right over here. Now, it's a bit of movie magic that happens right here. Because, actually, is it that one or this one? It might be. See, I get confused because it looks so similar. It might be actually this one right here, right? Because let me see. You don't see the ice skating rink in the shot. No, this is the one. I was right the first time. This is where the bird lady scene happens. She's right here. She's right here. Because you don't see Woman Rink. Yeah, the bird lady's right here. Right here. This is where the bird lady scene happens. Right here. So Kevin gets freaked out by the bird lady, and he runs down to the arch over here. Now, this is what I want you to do. When you watch the movie, I'm going to show you a couple of little landmarks here. And you're going to be like, what? So, in Central Park orientation, it is accurate that when he runs away from the bird lady, he comes down the way I'm walking right now, over here to this arch, and then the camera switches to the other side of the arch here. So basically, in the direction that we're walking in right now, he is walking towards the camera. But then what happens is that they change the shot, and Kevin is now running towards us. So this is the drip rock arch. So what happens is he's first running this way, and the camera is over there, and then they switch shots, and then Kevin is running towards us. Now, how you know this is, look at the light poles here. There's a light pole here on the left-hand side, and then there's another pole here, also on the left-hand side, but it switches position. Watch. As the lights come on in the sea. So the first shot is right here. And this light pole, as you see, is going to be on the right. So at first, Kevin is running towards us, and they switch it, and then he's running in the other direction. So if you look at the lamppost, that's how you know. That's how you know it's the lamp. It's the lampposts get you. The lampposts are the thing that gets you. But when you watch the scene, it's like, wait, he's running back towards her again. It's so weird. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's make our way over to Columbus Circle. Now I gotta be careful here in the Rumsey play field here. I gotta be careful because I know I dropped this signal right around here, so I'm gonna stay right here on the outside of it. Stay right here on the outside, and it's movie magic. And then I know he goes over the Gatsbo Bridge in the southern end of the park near Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue and 59th Street near the Plaza Hotel. But the montage is so funny because Kevin starts out here in Central Park. He ends up down by World Trade Center. He ends up over in Washington Square Park. And it's like, is he doing this really all on foot? That's a lot of walking.
Yep.
Not. She thinks I'm. You know, it's always fun on the live stream when people think they're talking to you. Good to see you, Griff. Welcome. We were looking for coyotes here in the park, but it is getting dark now, so we're gonna make our way down to Times Square right now. And we're gonna see the illuminated seesaws. Yeah, a young kid with lots of energy. So much energy that he could run almost the entire length of Manhattan Island. Let's make our way to Columbus Circle. And we'll leave the peacefulness of the park, and we'll make our way on to the loudness of Broadway. I always say the luckiest dogs in New York City come here to Central Park and Prospect Park. And Prospect Park. Okay. And the gimbal holding up, so I think I have another 20 minutes on the gimbal. Yeah, they got a couple of great videos of Radio Row in the 1930s. Isn't it funny, Nebula? Isn't it fun? Your local area in a movie, and you know exactly where it is, you know exactly where they're in front of. It's always a treat watching your neighborhood in a movie. You could see my house in a few different movies. Out for Justice, starring Steven Seagal, and of course Saturday Night Fever, probably the most famous scene filmed in front of my house. Also in the movie St. Vincent, starring Bill Murray, there's a scene where Bill Murray drives around drunk with a kid in the car. He drives right past my house 2 times. And let's see, there's a movie called Brooklyn Rules, starring Alec Baldwin and Freddie Prinze Jr. And the opening scene of that movie, Alec Baldwin throws a guy down a set of stairs. That is the entrance to my subway station, which I used earlier today to get here. And what else? You know what? You would catch those locations every week on Chips, yeah. Pouty Gorilla, hello. You had a gorilla, you had a coyote in your garden in Hollywood. Wow, that's scary. Sounds like good times. Welcome. We didn't find any coyotes today in Central Park, unfortunately. It is getting dark. And I forgot that coyotes are nocturnal. So they're probably sleeping somewhere in who knows, maybe in the Central Park cave, which there is a cave out here. Good to see you there, Cricket Fox, welcome. But now we're gonna make our way down to whatchamacallit, to Times Square now. That's wild. That's wild. A mountain lion. Do I see them a lot? No, I've never seen a coyote here in Central Park. I've only seen pictures on the internet of coyotes. If you go to the blog West Side Rag, you'll see some pictures of the coyote here in Central Park. So you're on Orchid Avenue behind the Dolby Center. Nice. Nice. Is the Dolby like what used to be like the Bowl, right? Did they change the name of that? The Hollywood Bowl, I think, right? Got some Californians in the house. Oh, the Kodak. Okay, Kodak. Okay. So, we started up way up there. We rambled about through the Ramble. We walked down the mall. We cut across through here. And now we're about to exit the park here at Columbus Circle. Surprised not too many people here in the park. Pretty relaxing here in the park today. a very relaxed day. But now it's time to get back into the urban madness that is New York City. And you have some people who just have to walk in front of the camera. He had to change course and walk right across the camera shop because he's so cool. Got a few bike riders out here, not too many. I don't think the bike rental places are open right now. Your Australia Day parade stream, best yet, over 100 views. Awesome. That was a fun live stream. Everyone follow Cricket Fox. She showed some Australia Day festivities. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see, what time is it? 5:03. 39 degrees right now here in New York. So this is sunset. Sunset's right now. Not supposed to ride your bike on the footpath. I don't know how many fights I got in with people whenever I tell them you're not supposed to be riding your bike on the footpath. I'll be doing it again for Anzac Day. Awesome. And you see, just see, look at that. Went right past the sign. No wheeled devices. That includes those little what are those things called? Segway things. These people, I tell you. All right, welcome to Columbus Circle. We are here now by I believe this is the main memorial, I think. I forget the name of this here. I don't talk about the memorials here in the park. Especially the ones here in yeah, what's Anzac Day? I'm intrigued, yeah. That sounds like a very Australian holiday. Got across Central Park South, 59th Street. Make our way onto Broadway. Stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps Day. Okay, awesome. Sounds kind of like a Veterans Day parade. Wow, or Memorial Day. Crikey, that's nice. I like that. That's cool. 59th Street. This is where we watched the New York City Marathon. It was about a block and a half down that way. Yeah, always a lot of barriers around here. You know, we don't want cars driving up on the sidewalk over here, so they always keep a lot of barriers around here. But this is the crazy traffic circle that is Columbus. And we're gonna walk down Broadway. You're planning the dawn service and parade. Oh, nice. Everyone follow Cricket Fox. Check that out. That sounds like a good live stream. Go to bed, Nebul. I'll see you soon, my friend. Everyone follow Nebul. He's a great YouTuber in the south of France. Give him a follow. Trust me on that. I will never steer you guys wrong. Let's wait for this traffic here. All right, is he gonna stop at the line? He did stop at the line. Is he gonna stop at the line? He did stop at the line. Okay. All right, let's walk down Broadway. As the lights of the city turn on. There you go. Everyone follow Cricket Fox. Everyone follow Nebul. Some good people right there. Welcome to Broadway. We're going to make our way now down to Times Square. Native New Yorkers usually avoid this area, so I am legit going to torture myself right now in Times Square. Nebul shows some beautiful sights in the south of France. It's out there by Nice, Côte d'Azur. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And now we have left Central Park We're no longer Coyotes. Well, you never know. We might spot a coyote here in the avenue. You never know. You never know what you're going to see. As everyone hustles and bustles here in Midtown. It is 5 o'clock. It is the height of rush hour right now. Absolutely, Tracy. Absolutely. Yeah, better luck with cougars. Yeah, we're gonna have to get up to the Hollywood Hills over there and go looking around for some mountain lions and cougars. All right, you never know what you're gonna see here in New York. Never know what you're gonna see. So we're actually at the base right now of the Central Park Tower because here is the Nordstroms. It's like a 7-level Nordstroms right here. And 2-legged cougars. Oh yeah, maybe there's definitely a few of those around here. After all, this is New York. Who wouldn't want a sugar mama to take care of them? Who wouldn't want one? Yeah, it's 7 levels, Tracy. It's huge. All right. We're on Billionaires Row now, 57th Street. Look at that pothole. Wow. It's a big old pothole right there. All right, this is definitely, I could feel the energy. This is definitely rush hour right now. This is definitely rush hour. I could feel it. Everyone's in that. I gotta get out of here mood. I gotta walk fast and get out of here kind of mood.
Have you ever seen Friends? Seen the TV series?
I have to go under some scaffolding. Because is that Casey Neistat? Oh, I forgot. He left New York. He couldn't handle the heat anymore, so he got out of the kitchen and he moved to California. I forgot about that. He gave up on us. And it wouldn't be New York without scaffolding. Yeah. I don't know if he's a loser, but you know. I get it. Sometimes you want to get out of here. He does want to devote more time to he does want to devote more time to his children. Yeah, his office is here, but now what's his name? Sam Sheffer runs his office now. It's not the same. Exactly. Well, he did make it here. He made his money. There we go. We're back. We're back. Restart this stream if you need to. Good to see you, Adam. Restart the stream if you need to restart the stream. We just had a little glitch again. They gotta fix this damn YouTube app. It was working so good for so long. So restart the stream. No, definitely not a pocket Wi-Fi. No, it didn't kill the app. Yesterday was the pocket Wi-Fi. That thing did a number on the phone. Yeah, thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, refresh the stream. We're now at 55th Street. Your new dog is named Macy. Awesome. We're here at 55th Street and Broadway. Yeah, great. Good to see you, bro. 651, welcome. We're walking down Broadway. Going to make our way over to Times Square right now. We're going to see the illuminated seesaws they have in the middle of Broadway. And then we're going to make our way over to Rockefeller Center. Here's the Applejack Diner. Applejack Diner. That's where they came up with the concept For ain't good a place in city. No coyotes, Volvo. Unfortunately, no coyotes. We did not spot any coyotes. We did go to the 3 spots though where they did spot out a coyote this morning and throughout the week, but nothing. Here's Bad Boy, the original. When I was a bike messenger, I delivered a few packages here. Bad Boy worldwide. The whole building is now empty, and I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But there's Puff Daddy's old office. As the guy sleeping underneath the marquee says, "Is this Wheezy?" They might be in or from Van Cortlandt Park. Who knows? What am I streaming on? I am on the Verizon network using an iPhone 8. No, they're gonna demolish this building, and I heard they're gonna build an apartment building on that lot. Here's the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Old vaudeville theater that was built in the 20s. This is, of course, where they filmed the entire run of The Honeymooners. This was originally called CBS Studio number 52. And probably the best thing to go to the Colbert Show for is with the new set, they kind of opened up all the old moldings, so you could really get an idea of what the old theater used to look like. But yeah, I got the Colbert letters right there. It's pretty sweet. And I keep on forgetting the name of the original name of the theater. I know it was a vaudeville theater, and then it became a radio theater for the old Dumont, and then eventually became a TV studio. They also filmed the Dick Cavett Show in there. Of course, the entire run of the Ed Sullivan Show was filmed in there. When it was a Dick Cavett Show, I think that's when they had the theater cut in half to make 2 studios. At one point, there were 2 studios inside the main theater. As we're now here on Broadway. How far is Wendy Williams from here? Not that far. We're approaching 53rd Street right now. So the Wendy Williams Show is about 3 blocks down the road here. Hammerstein Theater, Manhattan Theater, Billy Rose Music Hall. There we go. No, Colbert Show is a free ticket. Colbert Show is a free ticket. Just takes a long time to get in there. It takes probably an 8-9 month waiting list. But what's really funny about Wendy Williams is that Wendy Williams is in the old Unitel Studios, which is straight down the block here, 3 blocks down. But you know who used to film in there? Montel Williams used to film in there. How funny is that? So yeah, Wendy Williams today and Montel Williams back in the day. And then in between those, the Carney Wilson Show was filming in there. And then, where the hell's the Roy Rogers? Where the hell is the Roy Rogers? I know Jim remembers the Roy Rogers, and if Norman Blake is still in this live stream, where the hell's the Roy Rogers? I want to go to Roy Rogers, damn it. I want to go to Roy Rogers and Kenny Rogers Roasters. Those are my 2 favorite places to go. Now is an effing bank. Let me say, we need more banks here in New York. Right, rested, right? I ate at this Roy Rogers so many times. I cannot even begin to tell you. Probably hundreds of times I ate at that Roy Rogers. But out of all these years, out of all the change that has happened here in the new Times Square, yeah, Norm, the strip club is still here. The one that Letterman used to make fun of all the time when he moved up here. It's still here. I can't believe we still have nudie houses here in Times Square. I can't believe it. We still have nudie houses, damn it. Anyway, 2 hours into the live stream, doing good. Gotta keep going. I have batteries. I have all my wires with me, so we could go for a nice long time today. So we're gonna make our way to Times Square. We're gonna see the illuminated seesaws. The strip club's part of the charm of New York, yeah. We'll see the illuminated seesaws, and then we'll make our way over to Rockefeller Center, where hopefully the topiary peacock is still standing. So our little walking tour, not done just yet. We spent about an hour and 15 minutes in Central Park, not finding any coyotes, unfortunately. Thanks for subbing. If you like New York City, I am a licensed New York City tour guide, and I do give virtual tours here on my live stream. For me, as a tour guide, keeps my brain fresh. So when I go back to work, exactly. That is very true there, Cheryl. No matter what happens in the neighborhood, the strip club and the funeral parlor will stay. Wait, it's always Christmas in New York. This is terrifying. This is something new for the tourists to waste money at. He's making pizza, very Christmas. She is making cheese, I guess. Very Christmas. Oh, what happened to this guy over here? Whoa. Head in the flour and or cocaine. Okay. Very Christmas meals with pizza and soda. Okay. They have a store where it's always Christmas. And I guess they always have Christmas windows going on. Okay. Something new. Something new. I've never seen this before. Look at this ugly thing. That's not a cute face. I'm sorry. That's not a cute face. But what, you're making candy? Are you decorating the confectionaries here? And oy vey. All right, I had enough of Christmas already. Had enough of Christmas already. It's been here for a while. I've never noticed this. I've never noticed this at all. I mean, I walked past this on the live stream just a couple of weeks ago and I never noticed it. Man, that's crazy. What's wrong with your neck? And he's clearly not building toys. He's just playing with toys. Right, that face, right? Scary looking face. All right, let's see how long the line is for the Stardust. They wanna see. He's stoned, right? Yeah, I think he's stoned. Yeah, no, rubbernecking. Yeah. Here's they want the singing waiters and waitresses here at the Stardust. They're ready to spend $80 on a hamburger. Gotta keep my head on a swivel here. Lots of bicycles around me. I have literally been, are you ready for this? I have been to the Stardust twice my entire life and never again. Well, let's say hello to the waitress. You remember the old KLM? No, I don't remember that. I don't remember the old KLM miniature display there, but I've been to Iridium many times. Especially when Les Paul had his Tuesday nights, right? Was it Tuesday nights? He played Iridium. I got to see Paul McCartney. His special guest was Paul McCartney. And Paul McCartney just walked in all nonchalant. Me and everyone else in the Mondays. Was it Mondays? Paul McCartney was his special guest and everyone went freaking nuts. And me and the girl I was seeing, we were so excited that we got completely drunk. I stream almost every day. What's one of the things you could do that's off the beaten path? Go into Brooklyn, go to Prospect Park, go to the Brooklyn Museum, go to the Coyotes. The Coyotes is a museum for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's medieval collection. That's uptown on 191st Street in Fort Tryon Park. That's a great spot to go to. The Transit Museum. Nobody goes to the Transit Museum. Go to the Transit Museum and see the history of the subways. Oh my God, there's so much. New York is huge, and there's lots of things to do here. So that's one thing you will always never be disappointed. If you want to see a tour of the Transit Museum, I have one here on my replay, so you can see what we're talking about. But here's the Bridle building, where Hal David and Burt Bacharach first met. Where, who was it? Was it Carole King who made songs? So many people made songs in this building here. Tin Pan Alley. Love being a tourist. You got to get off the main path here. What crazy songs are written? What songs were not written here? Carole King, there you go. See, Norm knows this. Carole King wrote songs in this building. So many people wrote songs. This building has some crazy history. There's a great movie, a documentary that takes place in the Brill building. Is called The Scorsese Machine, where you could see Martin Scorsese create a movie or edit a movie in this building. Neil Sedaka. Is the 4040 Club still open? I have no idea. That might be before my time. That might be before my time, the 4040 Club. Here is the Manhattan Juniors, or Times Square Juniors. Go to the original in Brooklyn. But I did eat in here a couple of weeks ago. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay. And they did have, though, I'm happy to report, and Jim's gonna like this. I am happy to report they did have the egg roll Reuben here, the Reuben egg rolls in there. It used to be the Chinese food restaurant for the longest time, back in the 90s. How close I was to Studio 54. When I was walking past the Colbert Show, Studio 54 was like around the corner from the Colbert Show on 54th Street. I think there is still the Juniors at 1515 Broadway. I think that's still there. And here's the world famous Sabero, where what's her name said that was the best New York pizza she ever had. Well, what was her name? You betcha. Oh, it's Jay-Z's club. Oh, I have no idea. I'm not too versed in the 4040 Club. They were supposed to build some what was it again? Some magic museum by David Copperfield. They were supposed to build that museum or the restaurant here, but it never happened. They ran out of money. Yeah, it's right by 54th Street. Howard Johnson's was a great restaurant. That's long gone. I'll show you where the Howard Johnson's used to be. Yeah, it's an old theater, but then they wanted to turn it into like a restaurant, and they did some of the facade of it, but they ran out of money. Everyone misses the Hojos. Oh, here's a random fact. Random fact. On this day, I like these. I should go to Coney Island. Guess what? Check out my replays, and I'll think you see a nice little chunk of Coney Island. My internet claim to fame is riding the Coney Island Cyclone live on livestream. Check out my playlist called Ride the Cyclone, and you could literally see 3 hours of me riding the historic Coney Island Cyclone. You was here earlier? Oh, you're out here in the city today, Norm? Awesome. Another Christmas in New York shop? What the hell is with this all this Christmas crap? Oh, you were in Coney earlier today? Everyone was in Coney today? What was going on in Coney today? Everything's getting ready? Y'all getting ready for the season? Somebody live streamed the Bloody Brains in the Jukebox rehearsal last night, and that was great. I was soothing my aching feet and drinking gin, and I was like, yes. So everyone come out to the Bloody Brains in the Jukebox weekends in March at Coney Island, USA. You had to go out to Coney Island for the Medicaid. I should have called you up, Jim. I was like, the only reason why I'm out here doing the live stream today is because I need to get out of the house. That's the only reason why I'm out here right now. Here it is. It's Times Square, baby. It's Times Square. Look at all these lights. We don't call them billboards here in Times Square. They're called spectaculars. And there is a certain level of luminous quota they have to adhere to. You would have been happy to search for Coyotes with me. Damn it. All right. Next time I gotta get out of Jim, Norm, I'm barely working this month. I think I'm working maybe like 2 weeks. I have a whole month coming up. So I'll be doing a lot of like random live stream stuff. So if you guys want to join me and ramble about with me and my viewers here. Some of the two best photographers in Coney Island right here in the live stream, folks. Coney Island Jim and the great Norman Blake. Oh yeah, oh you editing? So here's where this is where the Hard Rock Hotel is going, is right here. And evidently they're gonna build some kind of big atrium where you enter. It's gonna be like Times Square, but inside. So this is where that's gonna go. And now Norm's editing too. Everyone's editing. I'm done editing until I film some new stuff. It would be awesome. I've had Jim and Norm on my streams before. Ooh. No, the Hard Rock Cafe is long gone from 57th Street. Puppet stuff, right? It's the beer and wine area. I approve of this. Oh yeah, the steps will always be here. The TKTS. The red steps. Oh, and they're open, so let's climb them. So the Hard Rock Cafe is actually there's one here in Times Square. We're gonna see it in a bit here. But if you go to the Earth Cam, we're on the Earth Cam now. Go to earthcam.com/New York/Times Square Street Cam, and you can see this camera view right here. I'm gonna wave. So I'll wave so I can watch it on a replay. Where's the drugs and hooker area in the Bronx? Really, it's on your bucket list to climb these steps. For Cricket Fox all the way out there in Australia, let's climb the red steps. Let's climb the TKTS steps. So when she comes out here to New York, she could give her a little preview right now. So here is the crazy cacophony that is Times Square. Not really a square, but comprising of two kind of triangles. Times Square, always a treat as a native New Yorker to avoid. But for the live stream, I come in here for you. It's way better at night. As you see, all the lights of the city are all turned on. Here's Father Duffy. Technically, we are in Duffy Square now. And here are the very treacherous TKT. You saw me on the Earth Cam, Griff? Awesome. Let's climb the steps. They do close these steps if it snows or rains because these steps get very slippery. Look at all these people up here. Everyone's hanging out up here. Everyone's hanging out up here at the top. Oh my God. There it is. There it is. Times Square. And there's your 2020. The lens is not letting us see it, but there's the 2020 numbers are right there. Good to see you, Norma. Welcome. Looks like a movie, right, Cricket Fox? It's not real. It's all a movie set. It's actually not that bad out here, not too crowded. All right, just like you pictured it, right? Okay. Let's get to those illuminated seesaws. I'm going to slowly make my way down these steps because every time I do a live stream on these steps here, I almost bust my ass. So I'm going to take my time here. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it enchanting? You're more than welcome. Yeah, we gotta go see the seesaws now. Okay. Have I been walking? Have I been walking since yesterday? No. I've been walking though for the last hour and 34 minutes. So I've been here for 95 minutes so far here on the live stream. And I'm not done yet. Yesterday we walked a little over 14,400 steps, or almost 14,500 steps. I just get home, I get off my feet. I drank some Tanqueray last night, and I'm good to go. have a couple of drinks, and I'm good. No, the phone actually kept my steps. I'm not gonna wave to Mickey because then he's gonna want $5 from me. Poor. Every time. I got a pair of Nikes. A pair of Nikes. Nothing special. Pair of Nikes. I do got to get one of those little things to put in the shoe, though. I do have high arches, so that's why my feet hurt so much. I could usually be on my feet for a lot longer, but lately it's been like 3 hours, and my feet begin to bark. That would be great if Nike would sponsor me. Oh, do you hear the art? Can you guys hear that? Do you guys hear the didgeridoo? You guys hear? Do you hear the didgeridoo? Right, you hear that didgeridoo? So there's an art piece underneath these fences here, or gates here. And back in the 80s, there was an artist that put this kind of didgeridoo kind of instrument down there, and it's basically powered by the air moving in the subway tunnel. So you could hear it. What's a didgeridoo? A didgeridoo is an Aboriginal instrument. But it goes wah wah. Oh, this is kind of insane. Yes, I am near the old Edison Cafe. Right, was that a good description, Cricket Fox? I'm live streaming, man. Boy, the CD sellers are effing aggressive, boy. That guy just stuck that CD out in my face and wanted to join the conversation. Oh, we got a new McDonald's. Oh, okay. And then here is Viacom. And yep, the Juniors is still behind there. But here's where me and Coney Island Jim spend a lot of our time. Right, only men can play it, that's right. It makes women infertile, for real? That's insane. So the old McDonald's was up on that block there. So now we have a new one on this corner here. That's a real New Yorker. He's just going out in the street, not caring. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's according to Aboriginal culture. So the guy tried to stick a CD in my hand, and then when I said I'm live streaming, he says, live streaming what? He clearly doesn't know what a live stream is. Here's the old glass studio for MTV. Right there, the old Planet Hollywood was right here. This was Planet Hollywood. Or was Planet Hollywood, and then the Virgin Megastore was right over there. God, I feel old right now. Yeah, we're all learning. So where was Colony Records? Colony Records was in the Bridle building over on 51st Street in Broadway. We all miss the old Virgin Megastores. They had good coffee in there. But yeah, Colony Records was in the Bridle building. And that unfortunately is gone. So see, every time, well, those are Muppet characters, but every time a Disney character takes their head off in the presence of children, Walt Disney turns in his grave. Every time. See, we got a Batman over here, and they're clearly not adhering to the zones where they're supposed to be staying in. So now it's nice and chaotic out here. This is great. It's gloriously chaotic. I still live in New York circa 1995. That's the New York I live in. I live in New York circa 1995. So like right there, it's today the one of the lobbies for the Lion King. That's where the old MTV glass studio used to be. That's where they used to film Total Request Live. And then I think now we could see the 2020 numbers, right? No, we can't. The lens does not want to get crispy. This guy hears his own little world with his headphones on, his head down. Is he going to work? Is he going home? He's probably going home. After all, this is rush hour. That was your visit. Awesome. Yeah, that's the city I live in. Anything built after 1995 is brand new to me. Like this building right here, the old ABC studio, the ABC Times Square studios. The lights reflecting off of the polished stone. I mean, I really do like the pedestrian plaza they created here. That does make Times Square a lot more safe to navigate. But look, I can't get away from Coney Island. Here's the Coney Shack. They got a really good fish taco here, which I highly recommend. They used to be in Coney Island, but now they got all high end, and now they're down here in Times Square. Oh, Norma, I wash my hands all the time. I wash my hands religiously because you want a milkshake now. It's because of all this walking around I'm doing, right? I wash my hands all the time because I take this thing called the New York City subway. So, and actually I have a pair, I actually change clothes when I go home. So when I go home, I have my outdoor clothes and then I have my indoor clothes. So when I get home, I change and yeah. My walking's making you thirsty? Get some water. Here's the old NASDAQ. I used to work for these guys. The old NASDAQ market site, which is literally just a market site. The actual trading happens downtown. All right, the seesaws are on the next block. Good to see you, Jim. Redstone Soldier's in the house. Everyone follow Redstone Soldier. He's a great YouTuber in Central Moriches, Long Island. Bring back the ticker. That's right. Yeah. How am I supposed to know war's breaking out without the Times Square ticker? Look at that. The ticker's not. It's all gone. The ticker should be right there. They got to bring back the Times Square ticker. Damn it. They got to bring it back. How am I supposed to know the nuclear bomb went off? How am I supposed to find that out? Damn it. How am I supposed to know the nuclear bomb dropped if there's no ticker there? Anyway. I'll see you later, Cricket Fox. Thanks so much for tuning on in. All right, so the seesaws should be right here. Unless they took them away already. I heard they were going to take them away on Sunday. But who knows? This is Times Square after all. I got 15 seconds on the light. Let me walk a little bit faster here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have safely crossed 42nd Street. Damn, these oh yeah, this is definitely rush hour. Everyone's walking really fast. This is rush hour. Everybody's moving. Everybody's grooving. Looks like we have some art here in the streets. Right, these damn seesaws. I don't want to go too far. They got these cages still here. I remember these cages. Yeah, that's what all New Yorkers like fat people who walk fast, of course. Only 258 days until we hang out again. That'll be fabulous, Griff. All right, where are these damn seesaws? Did they take away the illuminated seesaws already? Did they take them away? Oh no, I think I just saw a glimpse of one off in the distance. At around 37th? Okay. Oh, great. 37th Street. I gotta walk all the way that far? Okay. Whatever. I'm getting my steps in. I'm getting my steps in. A seesaw, you know, like in a playground. A teeter-totter. So basically they have some illuminated seesaws down here somewhere. And we're gonna check them out. It smells like burgers out here right now. And now all of a sudden I'm hungry. All of a sudden I am very hungry. Bobby and Cindy Brady try to do a world record for sea-song, for real? There you go, a teeter-totter. That's right, we'll use all the old terminology now. A teeter-totter. Oh, it is such a pretty sight at night. It's New York. All right, so now I'm on 40th Street. So they say 30, so you guys say 37, so 3 more blocks for me. And then we're there. Welcome to the Garment District. Where Broadway has been reduced to just one lane of car traffic. And the rest is a pedestrian pathway because you need this. There's so many people out here that everyone always overflows. The teeter. All right, so you can check out the teeter-totter caper from 1971. A classic episode of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Would you like lights on the tree? Don't forget, check out my replay of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. We were there to shut it off. A new tradition we like doing here on my YouTube channel. Good to see you, Billy D. Thanks for having value. Thanks for. Is there nothing going on Periscope? That's why you're watching. Last time I checked, there's nothing going on over there. I did see Feet Piece beg for money. He's still doing that. You're everywhere. Okay. So you're on Twitch and you're on Mixer and you're on D Live, right? You're still on Meerkat, right? You're the last person on Meerkat. Right? You're on Twitch. Twitch is where the radio show lives. So if you want to hear the radio show, follow me on Twitch. And Teeter Totter, you have to seesaw. Are you still on MySpace? It's for music now. MySpace is for music. The hustle and bustle of the city. We are in it. We are in rush hour. We spent about an hour in Central Park looking for coyotes. Didn't find any. And I see the teeter-totters. I can't go out there, but that's a car lane. And somebody's smoking a big blunt here in the pedestrian plaza. Hey, Napster's for music. Yeah, but if you want to follow your favorite band, you follow them on MySpace. All right, here they are. Norman was correct. We're now between, we're here at 58th Street. So between 58th and 57th Street, we have people playing game. Oh, they got the whole street closed too. This is great. Oh, they got the whole street closed. This is fantabulous. All right. See, it's just like Disney World, just with car traffic. And lots and lots and lots of people. Oh, this is glorious. This is fantastic. I gotta let this car traffic push out here. No, not all the time, no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting to cross there, Norm. It's kind of chaotic over here because the cars are trying to get through the intersection and people are just walking out in the street. See, so right now, good to see you, Melissa. So right now, what's happening is that since Broadway stops right there, all the Broadway traffic is, and they're blocking the box. Yes, they are. They are blocking the box, but I don't think there's too much box enforcement going on right now. And see, and then the light down the block changes. So now all these guys here are going to stop right in front of me. This is like New York in a nutshell right here. They really need a traffic person down here, because this is a very chaotic intersection here with all the madness here, with all the people and with all the turning onto the avenue. They do. What's blocking the box? You see these lines right here? That's the intersection box, and you're supposed to keep that clear at all times. Now see here the New Yorkers are just gonna go now. They're just gonna go. So we're just gonna go with them. And we could, I could relax now. We had the sanctity of, okay, we're here. Look at these things. It's called impulse. Interesting, it's called impulse. So I can't dance on them. You can put 4 people on them, okay. And you gotta hold on to the seesaw when you get off and on. And of course, at all times, play safely. I don't have anyone to ride with. And I'm not gonna ride with any of these weird tourists here, because I don't wanna break the phone. I'm just here for the visual aspect of it. Oh, I'm gonna have a whole 6-pack of Schaefer. Whoa. Some people are not playing safe. Whoa, there we go. Some people are not playing safe. There we go. See, I knew it. I knew we were gonna catch somebody injuring themselves on this. Welcome to New York, where you could injure yourself on a seesaw in the middle of Broadway. Good to see you there, 80s music fan, welcome. Well, we got somebody busting their ass. I feel like I've completed another. Exactly. Yeah, some don't have. Some can't get that high enough. Oh, I gotta plug in the gimbal now. The gimbal is blinking on battery, so now it's time to plug in the gimbal, so we can keep the live stream going. And the Oscar goes to somebody busting their ass. Yeah. Oh, the glorious sound of bicycles. Okay, just plugging in the gimbal here to the battery. Come on, battery. Right, how fun, right? There we go. All right, now I look extra crazy with more wires coming out of me. Let's make our way. Let's make our way up. A bike with an air horn, because the cars need to hear it. I don't know about these two here. Somebody might hurt themselves. They're really trying to get these things going. Oh man, these things don't sound that sturdy. They want to go higher, but they don't go that high. Oh, and they also make sounds. If these ever came to Coney Island, these will be destroyed in a matter of a half hour. These things look and feel so cheap. Oh yeah, these things they're light too. Good to see you, Wilbs. All right, let's let the tourists hurt themselves now. Let's let them hurt themselves. Yeah, they're all lit up. They're lit up, and they light depending on what side is touching the ground. All right, it is time. Let's make our way over to Rockefeller Center. So we're gonna walk back up. We're gonna backtrack now. We're gonna walk back up Broadway. And this crazy intersection here. It's a thick plastic, but it's not that thick. It's a thick plastic, but it's really not that thick. Is that the best material? I think this things sound really cheap. But that's why they're going away on Sunday. Well, we caught somebody busting their ass on them, so mission accomplished. All right, back to this scary, crazy intersection here where they need a traffic cop. Maybe we'll run into Al Roker, who knows? But now we're gonna go up to Rockefeller Center now. And we'll make our final sightseeing stop here on the live stream. As people look at city bikes wondering, how do they work? Do I just take a bike? Do I just take a bike? Gotta be careful here. I got a lot of wires hanging from me and all these, getting nervous at all these chairs right here. Okay. Yeah, it's clean. Of course it's clean. Time to make the chicken later. You're cooking, Norm. You're cooking, Norman. All right. Sounds good, Norm. Enjoy dinner. Okay, we're gonna make our way back up towards Times Square, but I'm gonna stay just outside of Times Square. What I'm gonna do is, when we get to 42nd Street, we'll hang the right on 42nd and make our way down to 6th Avenue. Put your phone on the other end of the seesaw and we'll balance it out. Hey, you guys are on the gimbal. Yeah, enjoy the chicken. Enjoy the chicken. Okay, now my feet are slightly beginning to hurt, but I can keep going. I want to keep going, damn it. I've only been doing the live stream for 158 minutes. All right. I see this is 40th Street. Where's the Walgreens? I think we just passed one. Right, here it is. Here's a Walgreens. That used to be a Duane Reade, but Duane Reade is now owned by Walgreens. And of course, across the street, CVS. The evil corporate CVS. Yeah, Duane Reade is going to be a name of the past soon. Once they fully take over, once the Walgreens takeover fully is implemented. You'll take a CVS over Walgreens? I'll take a Rite Aid. I'll take a Rite Aid. Rite Aid for the win. Oh, I know, that's true. That is true, yes. That is true. Rite Aid's gonna get taken over by Walgreens also. They're just buying everything, damn it. They're just buying everything. There we go. Billy D with 10 internet points. Let's go to Genevieve's. We'll do all our shopping. We're gonna start out at Genevieve's, get all of our toiletries together, then we're gonna go down to Pergament's and get some new carpeting for the bedroom. There's, Ace Pharmacy, that might be before my time. Too bad they don't have buggies and horses for people that don't like. They do have rickshaws. We do have bicycles. Like we have those city bikes. Oh yeah, let's go to Genevieve's. We're gonna go to Genevieve's and we're gonna go to Pergament. How long have the Teeters been there? They've been there now for about a month. They were there just before New Year's. Let's go to Eckerd's. Now you're talking. Let's go to Eckerd's. Eckerd's was a staple whenever I went down to Florida. Make a stop at Two Guys. Wheeland's is well before my time. I always wish I could go to a Bohack's. I always wanted to go to a Bohack's or a Corvette's. I would give anything to go to a Bohack and or Corvette. Let's talk about stores that haven't existed for 50 years. Let's go to Maze. Let's go to Ames. Let's go to Alexander's. That yellow cage was a piece of art that was in Times Square. It's just a yellow cage that you kind of sit in. Nothing really too special about it. But now we are on, let's go to Billy Blake's. Let's go. We're walking now down 42nd Street. We're making our way over to 6th Avenue, where it's probably equally as completely crazy over there. Yeah, it's just a yellow cage. It's not really that special. Modell's is still around. Modell's is still around. They haven't closed up shop just yet. Modell's is still around. I can't believe Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore, but I heard they're coming back. Oh, a TSS. Never heard of a TSS. You love the pink light. Awesome. Some of those lights were heaters to the entrance to the Knickerbocker Hotel. The Wiz. Let's go to the Wiz. Let's go to Crazy Eddie's. The Times. Let's go to the Manhattan Mall. Let's go to A&S. Yeah, retail. I wouldn't say retail's fully leaving New York. I wouldn't say it's fully leaving New York, but the retail game, like here's a big empty storefront. The retail game is definitely getting a bit tougher here in New York City. I mean, with the internet and all, but Paragon still hangs on somehow, which is kind of amazing. But see, they have quality stuff. So that's the reality of the situation. These streets are getting progressively more crowded now as we make our way down to 6th Avenue. Pathmark. Let's go to Pathmark. Let's go to AMP. Let's go to Grand Union. Wallbaum's is soon going to be a name that's going to be no more. Hopefully the next mayor will implement rent controls for stabilization for retail. Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's the new Tourneau store. The new Tourneau watch store. They had to move away from 57th Street because being close to Trump Tower was impacting their business to a very negative effect. Oh, really? But Wallbound's been gone for 2 years already. Okay. You see, I forget. I don't know these things. Look at this crazy crowd here. 6th Avenue, 42nd Street. Holy cow. It's like New York City. They're all net costs or J-Marts now. I've seen a lot of J-Marts now. It's they kind of took over. J-Mart, it's like a Chinese supermarket. Payless is, I think did they just recently close? King Cullen's gonna disappear this year. That's sad. That's sad. One of my biggest memories of going out to Montauk was going to the King Cullen in East Hampton. Net cost is amazing. You just have to deal with crazy Russians. Okay. Sounds cool. This Steinway and Sons coming up on our left-hand side. This used to be the International Center for Photography. Payless is gone. GameStop's gonna be gone any day now. Yeah, Petland's gone. Who needs brick and mortar stores when you have the internet? Wow, the streets are so crowded. The streets are so crowded right now. fun. Ooh, it's gonna get hit by the car. All right, big across. Big across. See, my bicycle mentality, I want to walk right out there, but I know I'll get slammed by a bike from behind. Be guaranteed. It's a gloriously torturous live stream for me because it's so crowded over here right now. Gloriously torture right now. But we got to see the topiary peacock, damn it. Listen, I'm just happy I have all my money still invested with manufacturers handover. I know that having my investments with manufacturers handover is a good deal and should last for many, many years. Right, chemical bank. Yeah, chemical bank. Hey, that's what, so The Irishman, right in that theater, right over there. That was a great movie. Look at this. This is no. Oh, he has no lights on either. That's even more crazy. Okay, now it gets nuts. Now it gets crazy. That lady almost took my wires with her. I gotta be really cognizant of my wires right now. Almost like Christmas crowds out here right now. Whenever somebody honks their horn, it's the city making. All right, where the hell am I? 45th Street. 5 more blocks. Now get off 6th Avenue. Here we go. This Jeep is like, I'm not gonna stop. He has Jersey plates after all, so he's definitely not gonna stop. It's like, I'm a motorist, get out of my way. It's like that scene when Montgomery Burns drives around in The Simpsons, and he's like, out of my way, I'm a motorist. We're in the heart of rush hour right now. This is the hustle and the bustle of New York right now. Even on a off tourist day, you still get all the people who work out here. This is why I do not like working in Midtown. Give me Lower Manhattan any day. Setting up in the apartment, hearing to the horns. Yeah, well, it's like music to you, right? It's like music. You get used to it, like if a subway train passes outside your window, you get used to it. Wow, the guys in that RV are definitely living up to their advertising campaign for Weed World. They're totally hotboxing that RV right now. Must be cool to hotbox an RV on the corner of 6th Avenue and 46th Street in the middle of Midtown, in the middle of rush hour. No, I don't go to Wilb's, no Chick-fil-A. I did not go to Chick-fil-A. I do not go to Chick-fil-A. Their politics are horrible. When you start looking at their politics, all the money they put into conversion therapy for people, it's not right. And I've had this sandwich a few times. It's good, but their politics makes their food very distasteful. As we approach the Diamond District on 47th Street. It is so warm out here. I'm gonna take off my live streaming glove. Look at this group of tourists just in the middle of the sidewalk here. You're at, oh my God, let's go to Beefsteak Charlie's. Hells yeah, Billy D. Oh yeah, Will, let's check it out. Their politics is not exactly the best. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is just a solid no. I mean, it's a good chicken sandwich, don't get me wrong, but the politics is just no good. Let's see if the Bart Simpson statue is still there. We're approaching one of the 7 circles of hell, Fox News. And here's the Diamond District. And as people scurry across the street, tourists riding their city bikes on the sidewalk. It's gloriously frantic and chaotic. This is a New York scene if I ever saw one. Okay. Let's enter one of the 7 circles of hell, Fox News. Where the lies are written and distributed. Let's see if the Bart Simpson statue is still in here though. And I gotta be careful. They have cell phone disruptors around here. Because they don't want people live streaming in front of the studios. Okay, no, the statue's not there anymore. No more Bart Simpson statue. Nope, it's not there anymore. They probably... All right. Well, we're here, 48th Street. We are here. We're entering the center of Rockefeller. 6:10. I have been live streaming since 3:10, about 3:15, let's say. So I've been approaching 3 hours here in the live stream. 3 hours of walking. How many steps do you think I've walked? 14,000, 15,000? Follow me on Discord. The link is right here on my YouTube channel's homepage. And you could find out how many steps I walked on this live stream. The minute I'm on the subway going home, I'm gonna post that. And is it this building? Yes, it's this building. Isn't it scary, Wilbs? The more you know. The more you know. All right. We're up to 13, you think, Dave? 13,000 steps like nothing. 13,000 steps like nothing. My feet are beginning to hurt, though. My feet are beginning to go. My feet are ready to go. All right. Time to enter Rockefeller Center. Hopefully, if this topiary peacock is not there, I'm going to get very upset. Because I walked all this way to get the topiary peacock. I remember one of my traditions was coming out here at any time of year other than Christmas, and I'll scream out, "What happened to the Christmas tree?" Always finding out something new, Wilbs, always. You love Rockefeller Center? Well, we're here. We are here. I'm doing the New Yorker thing right now, crossing in the middle of the street. Doesn't get more New York than this. Steam coming out of the ground. And of course, here's the side entrance here. This is usually where they line up people for the for Jimmy Fallon or whatchamacallit, or Saturday Night Live. They usually line up people right here where I'm walking. And I would love to go inside the atrium and show you guys what it looks like in there, but the minute I walk inside the building, the signal gets very dodgy. And especially here at the new FAO Schwartz. I tried to live stream it from inside of this building here, from inside of the store here, and I couldn't because there was no signal. It's already closed? Holy crap, it's already closed already. Mommy! Mommy, I want a Jaguar, Mommy! Let's see if the Jaguar is still parked here. Evidently, Doolittle's a terrible movie. So don't go see Doolittle. Here's the Jaguar. We found little Brenton's Jaguar. I think they do have disruptors throughout the building, or just like there's a lot of equipment in there, so. Look, it's the Jaguar for children. Mommy, Mommy, I want the Jaguar with the polar bears on it. Mommy, I want the Jaguar E-Type. This is $10,000. All right, we're back. We're back. Oh, damn it. I came all the way up here to see a gigantic topiary peacock, and it's not here. Ah, well. Ah, well. No topiary peacock. They already took it away. They thought it was going to leave at the end of the month. Mommy, I want a Jaguar E-Type, Mommy. It's only $10,000, Mommy. So, yes, they do. Yes, they do, Jim. That I do know. When the infamous Ice Poseidon, he's a live streamer. He came out here. He was doing some shenanigans, and they kicked him off of the plaza right here. Yeah, where's the tree? Damn it, where's the tree? I'll show you where the tree usually is, though. Well, right here, actually, is where they usually keep the tree. So right there is where the tree usually goes, and right where I'm standing was the topiary peacock, but not anymore. Here comes Prometheus and his flame of knowledge. We have made it. We have completed our walking tour. No topiary peacock, though. I'm very upset that I did not get to see the topiary peacock. It will only have to live in images on Instagram for me. Let's get around the other side here and get the closing shot here for our live stream. We're gonna have some Zamboni action now here in the ice skating rink, or as I like to call the ice skating rink, the bar of soap. It's empty over here. Gloriously empty over here. Look at this. Oh my God! It is gloriously empty. Oh, it was for that 1 week only? Boo! I thought it was gonna be for like the month. Oh well. Well, it was worth it coming down here anyway because I want to hop on the D train anyway. Look, they have Atlas and Lego. They have Atlas and Lego. You're more than welcome, Griff. Let's get the closing shot. Time for the closing shot. Because I think I could get down there, right? Yeah, I could get down there. The closing shot. You're more than welcome, Pouty Gorilla. Thank you for subscribing. To all the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to the station, for the channel. Here's our closing shot. Got some Zamboni action here. Got some copyright music. It's fantastic. But from Rockefeller Center here, and yes, I have. Wilbs, I went to the Parker Meridian Burger Place with Griff from Vancouver, Canada. So I ate there a few months ago. But from 30 Rock and the rink here in Rockefeller Center here in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan. This is Dutch Moss signing off. I want everyone to have a fantastic New York day. Whether you live here or not, I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish the moments, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys soon, folks. Don't forget to follow the Discord to find out how many steps I walked. Later, guys. Bye-bye.